right, we're recording.
Hey, Xenites. So it is Saturday morning. About what time is it?
9:15?
9:15.
Oh, 10:15.
10:15.
I can't even tell time anymore.
No. And we are gearing up for our second day of con. We wanted to pop in and tell you about the cabaret and the karaoke party last night. So at the cabaret, it started off with Darian Tackle, playing her role as Cyrene the whole time.
Yeah, she was totally in character, reading the Amphipolis tabloids.
Yeah, she was giving us all the gossip about Miley Serranoristus or something.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. They kind of had ancient Greek dinosaur names. It was funny.
Yeah.
We had to be there.
Yeah. And she was very entertaining. She sang. She has a beautiful voice. And she was just lovely. And you just wanted to hug her.
And her song she sang was in character too, about her daughter Xena and how she liked to go camping with her friend Gabrielle.
And she was like, "Boy, those two are close." After she performed, they brought out Stephen Sears, who sang some popular songs and some unknown.
Yeah, he sang Wrecking Ball, which that actually was the first time I'd ever heard that song, but I still managed to figure out what was going on. And he sang Lord's popular song, the
Royals.
Why do you know what that song's called? But it was good. It was like his own twist on it.
Yeah, and the audience was like clapping and snapping their fingers.
And holding up their phones like lighters.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And then he sang a song that was like cut out of a Broadway musical or something.
Yeah, neither of us knew what that song was from.
So that was a lot of fun. After Stephen Sears came out, the lovely Hudson came out. And she did some poetry reading. She started out in this really burlesque kind of outfit with a corset and garters and very sexy. And she read this poem that I'm guessing it was a Xenite's poem. I kind of feel like she got it from one of us. And in fact, there were some girls in the audience who like seemed to explode with recognition when she started reading. So I was wondering if maybe it was connected to them. But it was a really interesting poem because it sort of brought you back to like being young in your sexual endeavors, and it just brought back that excitement and the newness to being attracted to someone and like acting on it for the first time and having it like by the end of it, all of this like sexual stuff she'd been talking about, and it seemed that the only thing that actually happened was a kiss. And it was just like really, it just brought you back to those memories of your own self when you were young or just wherever your beginnings were with your sexuality and just really evoked those memories really nicely. And then she moved into a really powerful sort of performance piece that led to her next poem, in which she very calmly removed her corset and her burlesque outfit down to her underwear, just bra and panties. And, all those who are attracted to the female form were very excited. I, not having that attraction, was sort of like, something's going on here. And I was like, what does this mean? Because I could just see on Hudson's face when she was doing this that there was some kind of message behind it.
She didn't have the same playful expression that she had earlier in the day when she was like laying on the floor and kicking people. She was just joking around, and that was completely gone. She was very serious.
There was something very deliberate about the way she was doing it that made me like I was just waiting for it. And so then she went into her second poem, which it was obvious that she'd written it, in which she sort of discussed being objectified by fans and people, and how all that anyone's going to notice and take from the performance itself, like there were lines in the poem saying this, was the fact that she took her clothes off and that no one would really understand what she'd actually done, because after she took the clothes off, she got dressed in her clothes, just her shirt and her jeans and her hat, and I started crying because I recognized what was happening. I was like, she actually has exposed herself right now. This is Hudson. not the performance that she always gives, but
Mhm.
this is her. And she just shared feelings that she has, like
Mhm.
personal feelings, and it was very moving, and I felt so appreciative that she was sharing so much with us, and it was overwhelming. And I was really fortunate that when I went back up to my room after the cabaret to change into my jammies for the karaoke, and I found that I was behind Hudson. She was wearing her
Mhm.
coat, it was zipped up, and she was wearing her hat, and I kind of trailed behind her for a bit. She was talking to someone. I
Mhm.
felt like it would have been rude to say something, but when we reached the lobby, um, as I was starting to sort of pass her, another fan stopped, and so I couldn't stop myself. I
Mhm.
stopped too, and the fan talked to her about how they liked the poem, and I turned to Hudson, and I just told her, I was like, I just wanted to let you know that I thought your words were beautiful, and that for me, it's never been about your body. And I just told her how much I loved her, and I really hope that she feels appreciated for the person and the performer that she is. Um, it's very important to me because I've always just felt like her portrayal of Callisto really spoke to pain that I had, and I really have always felt sort of connected to her, because I could always see that she put real feelings in Callisto's character, and like that pain spoke to me,
Mhm.
and I really respect her, and I love everything she does, and I respect her decision to walk away from acting at this time, because I think what she does with her spiritual movement is very important, and I think that she is a very great role model for anyone, and she's got a lot of personal strength and power and a lot of love, and um, her poem really made me sad that she is objectified so much in the
Mhm.
Xenite community, because she's very attractive, and it's when you're that attracted to someone, it's hard to
Mhm.
kind of move past that, but she has so much more to give than that.
Mhm.
And I encourage all of you to look into her works in spirituality, and just really take the time to get to know Hudson, the person, and the spiritual guide, and
Mhm.
just her amazingness as a human being.
Mhm. So it's hard to
Sorry.
top that, Jimmy. I was just going to tell you what we were up to today. So it's now Saturday morning, and we just went to Starbucks and we saw Michael Hurst, and I was mid sentence, and then I was like, and then I had to remember to finish my sentence.
I didn't notice, so I was looking
Jimmy
at
was
Ariel.
like, "Why did she stop talking, and why is her mouth hanging open?" But we didn't go up and talk to him or anything because we just wanted to let him get his coffee. And the other reason we didn't talk to him is because we know we're going to get to hang out with him in about 45 minutes. So we bought like an hour-long meet and greet, and so with 8 other fans, we'll get to spend an hour with him and his wife Jennifer, who was also on Xena as Bodicea, and just get to talk to them. And
Yeah.
we're gonna geek out because everyone loves Aeolus, and we joke and say for us the show was Aeolus Legendary Journeys. He was really, I think, the
Yeah.
reason both of us like Hercules. So
Yeah.
we'll get to go geek out with Michael Hurst. So stay tuned, and we'll have another report for you soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.